caution at the end of lap number 3. Spanaway Washington's Derek Cope, the winner here in 1990. And who did he beat? Dale Earnhardt on the last lap. 62-year-old Cope is into the wall here on the 3rd lap in number 15.
I think maybe a tire went down. It just happened very slowly as he came into turn 3.
That's like back in your era, Jeff.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Almirola Bowman.
Oh, the 24's on his side. Remember what I said, Clint, about 21 cars? I don't know if we got there, but man, that took out a lot of race cars and a lot of great race cars in there.
I know Eric Almirola was one of the front ones.
Watch the 10 and the 20 down on the bottom.
You can see the outside, 48, Alex Bowman doing a little side drafting to the right side of Eric Almirola.
And I see a gap in between Eric and the 20 car.
And look at the push coming from Kyle Busch to his teammate, Christopher Bell. Now that's going to get him to the rear bumper.
Big shot.
Oh, yep. He just got over on that right side.
I could tell you another part of that equation, Jeff. These cars, they have skew in the rear ends. That's obviously for speed and make the cars go fast, make them pull up to other cars. It's also, in my experience, makes them squirrely. When that car hits him, it pushes that car into the steer of the rear end, and it can turn you in a heartbeat.
We're so reminiscent when Eric Almirola lost the lead in the closing yards of this race in 2018.
He was along for the ride. As soon as that contact hit, it just turned his car right. He took the words right out of my mouth. Unbelievable. Crushing blow to so many teams, so many efforts that it goes into having fast cars and being at this Daytona 500. That was a lot of heavy hitters in this one.
We're going to ride with Ryan Newman through this.
Well, look at that 24 car go up on the side on 2 wheels.
Smashed just as badly as he got with his primary car
that's
Thursday
his
night.
backup car. Whoa, wreck! Quinn Houff and Chase Briscoe.
And caution is out for the 3rd time at lap 38.
I had just looked up naturally and was looking where the 14 was. He was back in like a 3-car pack off of the field a little bit.
Logano goes back up, Keselowski with him. McDowell in tow, Dillon on the bottom.
The run's on top.
Whoa!
Teammates.
Around they go in a hard crash. Kyle Busch.
Kyle Larson.
Caution is out.
Bubba Wallace is in this. Austin Cindric. Hard hit by Kyle Busch.
Caution's out.
McDowell is first to the line, but will have to go back to the moment of caution, which ends the race. Brad Keselowski is climbing out. He's okay. Joey Logano we see taking off the gloves and the steering wheel.
Here, Ross Chastain. Oh.
Now that is at the chicane, and there are a lot of cars taking evasive action there. McDowell, one of them, Anthony Alfredo.
Chase Briscoe.
And I think Briscoe was the first. Was he the first to spin, or was he the last to spin there?
Oh! Heavy damage.
Ross Chastain is going to put us under caution for the 4th time today.
That's coming out of turn 6 as you go up onto the banking in NASCAR turns 1 and 2.
And he fought the wall, and the wall won.
Every time. Bet his heart rate went up too.
There's our Advent Health onboard camera.
Still there, clear.
Thinking there was a crossover right here.
Quarter.
I'm thinking there was some help with that
I
one,
believe
Jeff.
you're right.
So a little bit of mental attitude and liking is worth some speed. And Kurt Busch makes a big mistake, Mike.
Oh, whoa, Kurt Busch! Pow!
Our leader. We saw him go off there through the kink on the exit of the kink once before, but he took it to the next level that time.
And we stay green.
Man, plowed a lot of dirt through that infield, but I don't think it completely destroyed his splitter. I bet you it packed a lot of mud.
Oh, Brad.
And there was contact. Let's ride with, yes, Kurt Busch.
Right in front of him, Brad Keselowski. Gonna accelerate. Oh, man. I don't know, Clint, if you just saw where Brad didn't accelerate. Very good off the way.
Kind of hard to accelerate when it...
Well, I didn't know if it was because the 96
Yeah,
in front of him,
96 might check
but
that
the one definitely ran over the top of him, but just didn't seem like the two. Oh, that's never good. Tyler Reddick. Oh, Chase Elliott in the grass.
This is exactly what we were talking about. Have to stay off of him.
Oh my goodness, amazing save right there, but he lost a lot of valuable positions.
And he has filled the radiator inlet with grass.
Which in my opinion is going to be a massive ordeal right here. It's very hard to get it off of it. Got to have to try to get to the bumper of somebody and get it off quick.
And there he does, right there to Cody Ware.
We talked about it, Jeff. You said you have to be able to get through traffic to get in position to win. Wow, oh, look at this.
That's big.
Tyler Reddick. Gonna bring out the caution here.
Man, I thought those signs were mean, but I didn't think they were that mean. This saved the 9 car. This was... Oh no! Slid the front tire, got into the Christopher Bell, and away he went.
And gets away. Not everybody's so.
Great start to gain some spots and do what he needs to do, but now Larson going into second. Remember? Oh, Larson wheel hops.
Oh, pow!
No.
Into the tire wall. Goes Kyle Larson's number 5. He's going to be able to drive it away, but he's going to have a huge tire rub there on the right rear.
I'll tell you, that was the move for the win, if you ask me. If he would have gotten to second, and while that's going on ahead of them, I think Denny Hamlin made contact as he tried to do the crossover.
And Chase ends up in the wrong place.
Man, everything going wrong for Hendrick Motorsports right in the closing laps of this race.
Welcome back to Homestead Miami Speedway, where Ryan Blaney has made contact with Eric Almirola and quite a bit of damage to both cars.
Yeah, here's Eric Almirola trying to sort of do a bit of a slide job there, Clint, on the 12 car of Ryan Blaney. He comes up, but Ryan has too big of a run, and the 10 just can't stop the momentum. Comes up, gets in the left front of the 12 of Blaney, turns him into the wall. Big damage to both of these race cars.
One fast. Gotta take it down.
Man,
Right on you.
I just really think Almirola just thought maybe he was going to cut him a break or something. But Denny may have a run on our leader. Yes, he does.
Oh, trouble.
Chase Elliott.
Chase Elliott around, evasive action, and he's going to get clear without contact.
Wow.
Hey, that might be a put it out next week.
That is, man.
Eric Almirola. I believe he may have cut down a tire because that car just, Jeff, did not turn.
You see, he tries to slow it down, but just doesn't slow it down.
Now it's on a splitter and takes off.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, man.
It's just like a...
Between and around goes a car in 2. It's Bowman. That was an accordion-style threesome down in turn 1, and Alex Bowman got the worst of it.
Yeah, pretty heavy damage there to the left rear. Looks like he's going to stay out on the track, try not to go a lap down, hope that damage doesn't get worse and cut a tire down or tear up the fenders anymore. Let's take a look at this.
Yep. Bowman was 18th.
See that Ally Chevrolet there, Bowman. Tries to peek to the inside of Ross Chastain. Oh, Ross maybe checked up a little bit, and then I don't know if Austin Dillon made contact with the 48. But obviously sent the 48 of Alex Bowman around into the wall. So he and Chastain make a little bit of contact. And yeah, looks like a little contact from the 3 car of Austin Dillon.
Pretty good eye, Mike. That's exactly what I
was going to say, Mike, you nailed it.
Yeah.
The accordion effect.
Well, the caution is back out. Anthony Alfredo torn the back of his car off, exiting turn 2.
Heavy damage to the back of that race car.
I'm not even sure I see the spoiler still on the back of that car. Let's see a replay here. Oh, a little bit of help, or a lot of help.
That's a lot of help.
Tyler Reddick had flirted with the outside wall coming off turn 2 for the last 3 laps, and finally it slapped him. We're under caution.
Yeah, just too high. Got into marbles like we were talking about. You can see them marbles up there on the top of that racetrack. Once you get those on your tires, you're on ice.
9 overtime finishes here. That is
Front
third only
straightaway.
to Daytona Talladega. And there's our caution, boys and girls.
Just as you called it.
Was that your trend right there, Larry? Of course.
That's what you call a pattern and a trend.
History repeats itself.
That's what you call Kyle Busch going around right at the start-finish line. And Ross Chastain in the 42 will also be in the picture here. 2 yellow cars top of your screen.
You can see Kyle gets loose, had to check up. He either got tight and went up the racetrack, or the back end stepped out, but he had to check up, and Ross Chastain was wide open.
Yeah, it looked to me like he got loose on the throttle, had to check up at the wall to stay out of it. 42 got into him. Exactly what we saw with the 48 and the 42 racetrack.
Ooh, did Cole Custer get the wall? He did at some point.
Hard.
Uh-oh.
And did he have help? We'll have a look back and see. Custer in the 41.
Yeah, I don't know if he was getting passed by the one.
Ooh.
He tried to slide up there in that gap, and then Bubba tried to cross him over and made contact.
You're clear all the way, clear all the way.
Look what it did to that line.
Turn the wall, Kurt Busch.
I think this is a product, some guys pushing.
That's a product of everything that happened and what we were talking about.
He was trying to get it all, and he got turned. All right, so on the bottom, Corey LaJoie in the 7. He's trying to stay on the lead lap. That could be a tall order.
Oh, heavy damage.
And he gets hit hard.
Right in front of your leader, Martin Truex Jr. barely got through that.
Barely got through there, and he was able to stay in the lead also, I believe.
Anthony Alfredo, I believe, is who
And that tank
piled into it.
Tore up.
And Corey LaJoie, who was fighting to stay on the lead lap, will not.
Gonna need some dude wipes to clean this up.
Oh, low-hanging fruit, Clint.
Hey, trying to give them some love. They need it.
Shane Golobeck, one of the dirt track specialists, driving B.J. McLeod's car, the 78 in this race.
Well, that 10 car's done.
Wow. Caution at lap 41.
On a dirt track, you don't need all those body panels and for aerodynamics, but that you might need the front radiator, though. That thing is destroyed. Yeah, you see the 10 of Amarola got a little bit too low, maybe got into that dirtle.
Well, Golobeck moved up just a little bit right there and gave him a little bit of room to get his nose in there. He tried it, just not enough. Got up on that dirt, like you said, and spun out. You can see he was looking underneath of him. I don't think
that was actually Stuart Friesen he was trying to get underneath.
I believe that was Golobeck that he hit.
It's the 38 of
and here's the
Alfredo
leader. Look at him sneak through.
Oh,
just barely. Wow.
Oh!
Byron
got two more right there.
That was almost exactly what just happened to Amarola. Harvick into his teammate Chase Briscoe, heavy into the wall on the outside. Caution.
We got cars everywhere.
So Byron hit Newman, who spun, and there are 3 other cars stopped further back, including the free pass car, Quinn Houff, Cody Ware in the 50.
Yeah, you just wouldn't.
Spinner!
Goes around. Larson collects them.
Bell Larson.
Boy, there's 2 of our favorites right there that we thought were going to be the guys to beat. Might be done.
I would definitely agree with that in a big way.
It looked to me like Christopher Bell was working that top groove and just didn't have anything to lean on and came around.
3rd caution of the day, with Ross Chastain also involved. Christopher Bell around right in front of Kyle Larson. Anybody have any clue how that started?
I just dust.
In the dust.
I'm
That's what I
blaming it
thought.
on the dust.
Well, let's go to our Goodyear aerial coverage. Let's see what we can see in the middle of the dust cloud.
I saw Bubba Wallace, and the 9 make contact, but earlier, further back, you saw the 12, Ryan Blaney, and the 18 of Kyle Busch get together.
I think he checked because what he saw in the front of him with the 9, like you were talking, Jeff, and when he did, they got him in the back of him.
Oh man, he couldn't see. He couldn't see anything. I don't even know if he knew he was wrecking.
Lock it down if you can. Spun out. Lock it down if you can.
Riding with Ryan, our Advanced Auto Parts cam.
Chase Briscoe's around.
This time wasn't a big group of them, but man, the guys, again, that as you come off of turn 4 and you see that huge dust cloud and then the sun on that windshield, these guys are really having a tough time seeing over there.
Yeah, and it's right, unfortunately, on the outside groove. They need to get some water down on that.
From on high. Looking for the 14.
Well, you saw
there he is.
Yeah, the 43 of Eric Jones. First was the exciting, and I agree, especially after.
Around goes Cody Ware. And out comes the caution.
Was that right off the bumper of the leader?
Nice job, actually.
Spin out, front straightaway, and the caution is out with 4 to go.
Boy.
Oh, no.
Mike Marlar.
Right rear tire down.
At Bristol, Suarez led a career-high 58 laps and finished 4th.
Oh, caution out.
Caution is out. It is James Davison, who earlier this week said he would not be returning to the Indy 500. I think he has 7 starts there to concentrate on NASCAR this season. Would not be spending the month of May at Indianapolis. I think I saw VIR on his trunk lid. That's a Virginia International Raceway. Great road course. Just to the east of us in Martinsville at Danville.
Definitely. I don't know if
a little help there.
If he crowded him.
Loose, having trouble to slip up.
Whoa, Kurt Busch goes for a slide, and he's around in turn 4.
Nobody's collected him, though.
Kurt was trying hard to make it work on the outside. Oh, Cody Ware around and into the wall.
Right rear tire down.
Well, Joey Logano was happy to see that happen.
You can see, looks like he got into the wall.
Anything else I'll throw in there. This is the first time these guys
Turn
really
4.
Oh.
Around goes the 77 of Justin Haley, and we'll get a caution. That's Cody Ware. 8 cautions today, counting the stage breaks. Ware has been the cause of 3 of them.
When he comes down pit road to get in his box, he loses some spots.
Turn
we have
2.
Caution, guys.
We have a spinner.
Oh, boy.
Kyle had just said on the radio, I think something broke, and then he went around in turn 2.
What do they say? It broke traction.
Yeah, I tell you what, he did a good job of slowing up that leader, William Byron, and making sure he stayed in front of him and on the lead lap.
Yeah, he's up high. He knows something's going on. I mean, all the tires look like they're up.
It seemed like it was brake related. Strong on the outside.
Turn 2. 2 cars around. Anthony Alfredo, there was contact there. And that'll be the 10th caution of the race. The 9th today.
About the 48.
Alex Bowman
Turn 2. Around goes Keselowski off the front bumper of Daniel Suarez.
Oh, boy.
Martinsville's starting to happen, Jeff. Around goes Ryan Newman.
Oh, man, he was putting a great race together after having some troubles earlier.
And actually, it was stacked up because of what we saw with Ryan Blaney and his teammate Joey Logano getting together. It all started stacking up accordion behind him, and around goes Ryan Newman.
He's been muscling his way back up after having some of his issues.
Spinner turn 2. That's Eric Jones. And that's caution flag number 13.
Larry?
Back straightaway.
Oh, big
is
wreck.
clogged, completely backed up. And it started with Kyle Busch sideways with another car blocking the entire back straightaway.
Oh, I see Alex Bowman in that.
Reese on fire.
Busch is in it.
Alex Bowman. What a difference a caution can make for all these teams.
I mean, the backstretch was
Parking
completely
lot.
blocked. Oh, Ryan Preece, all torn up. Justin Haley. So that started back in turns 1 and 2. And in fact, let's go all the way back to the start-finish line and Kyle Busch. Here he comes into frame.
Yeah, you can see he's trying to go to the inside of the 17 of Chris Buescher. They make contact. When Buescher gets loose and comes down, I don't know if he intentionally tried to come down because he was upset, but boy, look at that parking lot after that.
Brad in that one again.
It'd be easier to tell you who wasn't involved.
Side 17.
Get it here as soon as he got. Oh man, big shot right there. Keselowski.
Everybody's just being shoved right into this melee. Let's watch Chris Buescher. He gets loose.
Well, they got loose,
and then I think he's mad. You know, at this stage in the race, you get angry when something like that happens. But that's why you got to keep your composure. I don't know that was intentional, but it just seemed to me like he could have.
But the trends do not show it, Mike. I looked at the last
Turn 3
races.
Excuse me, Larry.
There was your trend, Larry.
Yeah, right on cue. Chase Briscoe.
I only missed it by 2 laps.
Chase Briscoe
You
has
can't
spun
make this stuff up.
into the fence in turn 3. Around goes Newman. They were 3 wide and they wouldn't all fit. He goes off the bumper of Austin Cindric.
Oh, talk
to
about
bring
timing.
out the first caution for cause. And who benefits? The top 6. Keselowski, Dillon, DiBenedetto, Reddick, and LaJoie and Suarez had not yet stopped.
That is not what you want to see if you just pitted.
But if you're Brad Keselowski, it's what you want to see. Now the 6 of Newman had just been on pit road. He came with some of the leaders, so should have new tires. See, we're 3 wide here. See Larson. Ooh, Larson goes to the inside of the 33 of Austin Cindric, but it looked like Cindric tried to give him a lot of room and made contact with Newman.
20 to go this time.
Denny's car's
Hooked up.
definitely.
Oh,
hard against the wall.
Hard in the wall between turns 1 and 2. And I believe the right rear is off the car.
Well, yeah, you can see the tires off the wheel.
Tire went down.
Under caution at 40 laps complete in Talladega. We're going to ride along with Corey LaJoie in the Fox & Friends number 7. And off in the distance, down on the inside, Joey Gase is about to have a big problem.
Yeah, you can see he drops out of that outside lane because he clearly has either a tire going down or some kind of a failure, and that car starts to spin around. Pretty amazing that Corey LaJoie didn't make contact or any of the other drivers that were behind him.
Now, Gase not driving his usual 53. That is a Davey Allison tribute paint scheme right down to the car number. And I'll let the crew chief for Davey Allison, Larry Mack, explain what's going on.
Because of that.
He did. He went backwards because he chose the. Denny's wrecking. Joey Logano.
Hamlin
Up and over on
Logano. And Keselowski.
He's in it.
Boy, it's just scary. Anytime that air gets underneath that car, gets it airborne like that. Thankful to see that car get back on 4 wheels and not have a moving around.
Grabbing the window net there. That's a good sign.
Great sign. Look how it almost peeled that roof back.
Oh, heavy damage to Ricky Stenhouse, who had a fast car today.
Well, we talk about how aggressive some of these guys get at the end of these stages.
So the stage ends under caution. Logano was called in on the radio saying he is okay. So
and look how they're all stacked up. They're all bumper to bumper to bumper.
Yeah, but look at the 11. He moves down to try to go on the bottom, gets turns him into the Joey Logano. And then, Jeff, we've all felt it. That silence. When that car goes over, it gets really, really quiet. Not a fun sound.
And you have no idea if that car is just going to start rolling and continuing to roll or if it's going to settle down. Luckily, that's what. It's just, Denny in the outside wall.
There's that risk assessment. Man,
Hendrick
just caught
cars,
up.
all 3 Hendrick cars that are left of this field.
That was
caught up.
a big block. Stacked them all up, turned them around.
That wasn't a question of if, it was a matter of
I
when.
was just about to say one more lap to have a wreck, and then it started.
Truex got into the wall. Hamlin, crush panels pushed in. Byron.
Sure, those guys know you're pitting, not only in that car, but
Oh, we got
trouble.
one spinning.
and that's
Ricky
exactly
Stenhouse.
why you do that.
Now we stay green as Stenhouse works it to pit road.
Kyle,
Yeah, and all of them behind. Yeah, so clearly, those guys,
man, that
they
was big
see
time.
up ahead that Quinn Houp had blown a right front tire, was slowing down. That's all it takes is just to check up the slightest bit. Thank goodness he stayed up against the wall.
17 in the
Coming
wall,
from
but
McDowell.
here they come.
What's McDowell going to do?
Down to the finish. One car turned in the fence. Keselowski, the leader. To the outside comes McDowell, and Brad Keselowski wins Talladega as one car goes sliding, spinning, then
Chastain
slamming into the inside wall.
Man, that was wild. Looks like a left rear tire went down on Eric Jones. Pit road.
And around goes the 51, Cody Ware.
No caution.
He gets it righted. He is off the racetrack, so no threat to competition, and we stay green.
A little bit too deep around the corner and just couldn't get the car wound up to try to get onto pit road underneath that the orange box. So clearly going to be a penalty. They're wrecking off
Backstretch.
turn 2.
Stenhouse going for a big ride, and caution is out.
Oh boy, Larry Mack. Oh
that's
boy,
right.
you were just talking about Brad Keselowski. Those fresh 4 tires sitting in 3rd position. Now, what do you do if you're Kyle Larson or Kyle Busch?
Yeah, I think they've made their bed, Jeff. We're going to go back racing with less than 10 to go, and we're sitting here now with 22, 23 drivers on the lead lap. There's no way those 2 guys can come to pit road.
Austin Cindric, you saw the 33 also involved. Let's go back first to what happened to Austin Dillon coming off turn 4.
See Austin, the car, I don't know if he meant to move up the racetrack and then he got caught kind of in some turbulent air and it took off on him, or if it was already taken off on him from the bottom lane. But similar to the 11, Denny Hamlin makes contact with the wall.
47 here just got loose underneath Austin Cindric. Moved up. They just run out of real estate.
Blocked the outside going into 1. Kyle Busch wrecking trouble, turn 4, 1 car around. Christopher Bell catches Ryan Preece, and he's in the fence, and caution waves. And Ricky Stenhouse got all piled up on that one. So both the JTG Doherty cars involved. There's Preece, and Stenhouse going to come to a halt right at start finish.
That was tough on JTG Doherty right there.
Yep. Who is throwing back to last week's car, has a little issue.
Well, rub right rear. Rub on the right rear. Tip forward. Goodyear's still on the right rear. Just got the wheel opening evenly right there. We'll get pictures of it, but looks fine.
Eric Almirola has pounded the wall with a car that throws back to Mark Martin's Busch Series winning Ford Taurus at Texas in 2000.
I was so pulling for Eric Almirola in that paint scheme because I'm a huge Mark Martin fan, but I've never seen an impact like this where the splitter is up underneath the front tires and the front tires aren't even on the ground, Mike.
Huge hit. Usually when somebody hits that inside wall, they spin off the 2, and it's a massive impact. The wall's down quite a bit away from the racing surface, and you get a pretty good run at it, as you can see with this 10 car right here.
Well, you saw that Richard Petty wreck and put it out when he hit the inside wall of what was then the front straightaway. But Almirola has hit it a ton.
Yeah, you can see he's already spun off at 2. Usually you have to see if he got into the outside wall first or if he had a car underneath of him. Man, that thing is hit hard.
And remember, he started at the back, so he was making some passes and trying to make his way up through the field as quickly as he possibly could. Both he and Chase Elliott, I saw both of them going back and forth through some of the slower cars that they were coming through.
I think he got loose and got some help right there. Looks like he kind of checked up to stay out of the wall, and I couldn't tell who was behind
From the Goodyear aerial coverage, Martin Truex goes to make the pass.
And you feel that. He heard those cords starting to come apart on that thing, de-raveling. You can hear it hitting the fender wells, and you can see him check up. He did a great job, actually.
Unbelievable
Yeah, he didn't hit the wall very hard at all.
You can, I mean, when you get loose like that
with a flat tire,
getting into the corner, so hard to keep it out of the wall, and you know it's a tire that's down.
The worst part is he was one lap away from leading 18,000 laps, 17,999. That is the one that I could not take.
Right now, but not very heavy as we got a caution on the racetrack.
Wow. Boy, so reminiscent of his teammate
exactly
Eric Almirola. Cole Custer heavy into that back straightaway wall.
Lap 99, fourth caution of the day. Hard hit for Cole Custer. Now, he and Anthony Alfredo had contact prior to the crash. Same spot as his teammate Eric Almirola back on lap 6. This happens coming off turn 2. The AMR safety team very quickly on the scene to check on Cole. And the damage looking very similar. His front tires are off the ground, just like Almirola's after a very similar hit. Cole Custer climbs out. Very top of the screen, the white and orange car.
Alfredo's already loose. When Half comes down, he's going to collect Cole Custer, just an innocent bystander. Tries to lock up the brakes here. Man, wow. Look at that safer barrier. Take that impact.
Shot right there.
Man, that time that car went up on 2 wheels.
And it landed in his lap. I mean, there is nothing that Cole Custer could do.
A little bit of a better run. I was really looking forward to this race, and we just couldn't make it happen. And they just all checked up in front of us and all ran into us. So we'll get them next week, but definitely frustrated.
Thanks, Cole. Caution is out, Mike.
Kurt Busch is frustrated after pounding the inside of the front stretch wall, and his right front not touching the ground.
Well, you can see a little bit of damage on the right rear. Ooh, now a fire.
Oil line just...
This seems to happen frequently to the number 1 car.
That is not something you want to have happen on a regular basis.
Maybe up to 4 seconds a lap difference.
Oh no, not Eric Almirola.
Turn 4.
Man, I just feel for him and this race team. They just cannot catch a break. Clearly, right front tire went down, Clint.
Definitely what it looks like.
Fifth caution of the day comes out at lap 3:01. He was running 13th on the lead lap.
Man, I feel bad for him. All of them. So he goes in the corner.
That's coming off of turn 2 down the back straightaway into turn 3. As soon as it loads in those bumps.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
long for the ride.
Lug nuts flinging all over the place, and where they land sometimes. Whoa! Wrecking on the back straightaway.
Is that Alfredo to the inside against the wall, which yesterday seemed to collect a lot of cars and pile them up one on top of the other.
Well, and that was right. We saw Ricky Stenhouse Jr. riding on board with him, and Brad Keselowski makes contact. So clearly something happened ahead of him.
In front of him, yeah.
And turn 2 there, underneath that bridge, seems to be the choke point of this racetrack. When somebody gets sideways, it's like the whole track is blocked.
Well, I'm surprised there's only one car that's wrecked back there right now.
Man, talk about timing. We were riding with Ricky right here, perfect timing, and I was like, hey, something's wrong. Sure enough, they were wrecking.
So see, Stenhouse gets all over the rear bumper. That's one way you make a pass here, or that's another way that you do it. I don't think he expected Keselowski to come in there and make contact, though, so that may have sent Ricky Stenhouse Jr. into Alfredo. So Ryan Blaney with heavy damage, right rear down.
Now the sky is brightening and the rain is letting up. This could change everything.
Well, now this was going into turn 12. I wouldn't be surprised if this is similar to what we saw with Matt DiBenedetto. And that's probably where the damage came, the 20 of Christopher Bell. I would be
You're going to see a
surprised.
full course caution here.
I wouldn't be surprised if somehow he locked up and got into the back of the 12 of Ryan Blaney.
Third caution of the day for Christopher Bell, who is out of his Joe Gibbs Toyota. And
Bubba Wallace also involved.
So this could have been a 3-car jam session, all in the same place.
And Kevin Harvick.
We've had
heavy damage to Harvick.
My goodness. I mean, he's got front and rear damage. That car is torn
It's
up.
been a long time since you've seen that 4-car tore up.
Left rear's down. He's just trying to hop back, get to the pit road in one piece.
So let's start with what happened to Harvick.
Okay, down the back straightaway. See Eric Jones to his inside. No visibility here. Starting to slow down, getting in the corner.
No, we're not even to the corner. He lifted because of that.
Yeah, you know what happened? He let off early because he didn't know where the braking zone was, had no visibility.
Couldn't see, and somebody ran over
in the
him.
back of him.
Absolutely. Wow.
Now, Ryan Blaney.
Okay, so Blaney goes wide here, goes off.
He already
had the damage.
he was part of that.
Wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
I'm going to tell you, it's all connected some way. I think Kevin Harvick lifted out of visibility, and they just.
Now, that view was from our roof cam. He probably had better visibility through the windshield
not much.
with the wiper.
And you can hear
he let up
lift
so
out of the
early.
throttle. Yeah.
It's all torn up in Texas.
It's on the move is Austin Cindric.
Oh, we got another one. Is that the 19?
Yep.
Same situation. Wow.
And right under him. Oh, and into the wall. Goes the 40. Oh, my gosh.
Cole Custer, nowhere to go there. Big fire. He had a big impact. Luckily, seeing him get out of the race car right now, because that was a big impact to that inside barrier.
AMR safety crew is there right away, but he just submarined the 19 of Martin Truex there.
Yeah, I bet we're going to go back and see a very similar situation with Martin Truex Jr. and the visibility down that back straightaway. I think once the field gets strung out, Mike, I think the visibility will improve. But on these restarts, when there's cars stacked around one another,
and that's a great point.
Look how far that rear end is shoved forward by Cole Custer's car.
I thought that 19 of Truex was going to go upside down there as hard as he got hit by Cole Custer. So already an issue, I believe, here, or maybe not.
His hood's still
not
up.
yet.
Somebody checked
the 34.
up right there.
McDowell
34, yep.
checks up. Truex gets into him, and he's slowing down, and here comes Cole Custer through to the inside, nowhere to go, has no idea. Martin Truex Jr.'s had damage. Now that thank goodness there's a little bit of a safer barrier. Well, is that a
That's a foam barrier?
Yeah.
It's a foam wall.
Barrier?
Yes.
Thank goodness that was there instead of just hitting that Armco barrier.
He elected out of that situation.
Whoa, he got in the paint, went extra wide.
Oh, Brad Keselowski turned around.
Everybody will get by as the spotters are up there at turn.
And now they're battling it out.
Oh, Tyler
one of them just
around.
got turned around. Oh, easy.
Oh, I like the way he backed out of the way for oncoming traffic, and now he's in the paint.
Look how slick that paint is. Can't hardly get off of it.
Here he comes.
Man, that's
He'll
a
be
lot
okay.
of positions lost there.
You know, Mike backed Austin Cindric.
Oh, Kurt
Busch.
Whoa!
Wow.
Off the brake, off the brake, off the brake. There's your caution.
Thread the needle and out of sight.
Yeah, I don't know where
Gas it.
he's
Did a
gonna
great job of gassing it and getting to
Keep
the
it
dirt.
going, man.
Don't
Keep
stop,
it going.
don't stop, don't stop, don't stop.
This looks like a Monster Energy commercial to me. Oh, look
And
at that.
maybe it
Great
is.
Thread the needle. Great job by Kurt Busch right there.
Come on.
Incredible
You
car
know,
control
you know,
and heads up
yeah.
driving to get over there to the dirt and get out of the gravel.
Wow. How he did not collect one of those cars, including his brother, Kyle Busch.
Oh, jeez.
Yikes. But, guys, we're talking about hydroplane. That's what that was. He hydroplaned in the braking zone coming.
not to do on a track.
Oh,
Ryan Newman.
Oh, Ryan Newman in the wall.
Debris
Caution.
Well, I tell you what, that might have just saved Blaney and Truex because they were the next cars in the sights of the 5 of Larson.
Fourth caution, lap 296.
Tires certainly down, but.
And Ryan Newman running 12th, just pancaked that car.
Towards the end of this run. Ooh.
Oh, you can see right there.
Oh, I
Sparks
just gave up.
That right front went
tire.
down.
Right there. These guys can get to the front.
Whoa.
What's this?
Speaking of the
47 is Stenhouse.
that's
Out of turn one.
Man, he's gotten into the wall hard.
Carrying
And
a
the
lot
right
of
front
speed into
tires
turn
down.
one. And caution is on the speedway.
this is going to shake things up.
Ooh, man, look how hard he has hit that barrier. That's on the front straightaway before you get to turn one, or maybe right in turn one. Oh, man, that right front tire's already
blew.
down.
Yeah, I'd be wondering if he had a tire rub or something. Pretty hard hit right there.
Well, that's a fast section of this racetrack. You just don't, you take it for granted.
Cameron lived.
Go by him, but also the 9. Oh, we got an issue here with Alex Bowman.
And Corey LaJoy is turned around at turn 11.
Dang it.
Caution waves.
Oh, big damage here to Kevin Harvick's hood.
Both ends of his car. Right front and the left rear.
Heavy braking, turn 11. LaJoy ekes.
Oh, it looks like the
Swiftly.
42 of Chastain maybe got into the tires, or I didn't see what. Oh, I see. He checked up because something
It
going on
happened
with
ahead of that
LaJoy.
picture. Yeah. And man, William Byron's front end is really messed up.
He sets the bar for me exceptionally high. But guys, he had his best career finish at COTA, 4th on a road course, and we've got a car off track.
And that would be Cody Ware, who has brought out the caution with 5 laps to go. Ryan Preece also involved. They were not. Yes, they were on the same lap. That was 4
This is going to
positions.
shake things up.
Oh boy. Not what our leader Kyle Larson wanted to see.
But passed.
6th place in doubt, and Alfredo is around.
Bad place. Woo, woo, woo. Easy, boys.
Hope he can refire and get going.
No, caution is out.
Caution is out.
Caution breeds
That'll make
caution,
you nervous,
right?
won't it?
White car with a black roof. McDowell, the yellow car alongside.
Oh man, they're just all checking up, and Alex Bowman made some contact. Then the 20 goes around.
20's got a lot of contact. He got straightened up.
So Bell was the first to
spots down the back straightaway. We got one in the fence here. Quinn Hoff in the 00. He had some issues in qualifying, had contact with the, we got a tire come off a car. Imagine it's off of his. Goodness, hard contact.
A lot of damage there to the 00 again. Quinn Howe, 23-year-old out of Virginia.
So he had an issue in qualifying.
Knocked the right front tire off of him.
And then getting tight at the center as we have a car.
We got a crash off turn 2. Yeah, the 8.
Get it rolling here.
Around. Coming off pit road. He's got into, he is pushing as hard as he can, loses the back of the car, and now he's like, oh no, I'm in trouble. Look at all the dirt.
These green flag pit stops, you're just trying to carry as much speed through there as you can
and it killed
keep
the
your track
engine.
position. Yeah, and it just
Inside. Killed the engine again.
And up into the fence, Blaney. Big hit for the 12.
Wow. I mentioned he was a lap down. He was racing with the 37 for the free pass position.
Something blew out. Rotor blew out.
Yeah, he said he totally lost brakes, guys, going into the corner.
Let's go back to that pit stop. We saw the brake dust. They pulled the tape off. A lot of guys complaining about it. That is a big mechanical failure. And to think we're only 55 laps in, I can't continue to state that enough, right? 1/6 of the race to have a brake failure is really unbelievable.
You got to imagine either the brake rotor came apart or it melted the bead on the right front tire.
Such a short run. It's hard to imagine it melted to bead, right? But
something came off there.
Part right there.
Yep.
That looks like brake rotor, though, bouncing up against the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So the rotor comes off, and that cuts the tire down.
Fourth caution of the race has come out, and you see Chris Buescher slow on the racetrack. Also saw Justin Haley in the 77 with an issue with that car. So difficulties for these cars.
Both those cars got right front tire issues getting down into turn one, both of them in the fence.
They're running 15th and 17th.
Both of them.
Oh, wow.
Two separate situations.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Wow.
So I wonder if the 77 didn't have a rotor or something come apart, and then the 17 run over it.
Something.
Chased him in there with the debris. It just seems odd that two go in at the same time.
That's a big implications for that 17 car, Chris Buescher. He came in here, on that bubble to make the playoffs. He was the last driver in.
It definitely brings everyone to pit road.
It's kind of been the story of Bubba's season, man. Running top 20s, even better at times, and something like this happens. Not sure if he had the flat tire that caused the spin or not, but they've had some problems, in races and not been able to finish really, I think, where the speed and the potential is for this team just yet.
To commit to it and just, we got a spinner behind.
Spinning in turn 2. And the 37's around Ryan Cruz. Truck Series winner from Friday.
Got a right front tire.
He was running 23rd when he spun.
Smart move right there, not to drive it off the banking onto that flat, tear the nose up. He kept it on the banking and gas it up and get it pointed in the right direction. Some of that's learning how to race. Got a caution.
Oh, we got a car in the grass on the backstretch at 23 of Bubba Wallace.
Again back there. An issue.
Now, moving right. Leader just off at 2.
Halfway down the back straightaway. Have to wonder how that happened.
Left side tires are up.
Park. Well, he came on the radio and thought he had an issue with the left rear just about a lap or two before that happened there. So I wonder if maybe that left rear is going down or maybe even a little more issues there.
Everything looks good on air pressures.
10th caution today. I mean, we've seen a lot of these races run green, green, green. This thing has been caution filled.
See a replay here for what happens. 23's on the inside of somebody. Up off of turn 2. There were only 3 wide, and I don't think Bubba knew that. McDowell on the inside of someone. So Bubba comes up off the corner and gets into the left rear of Michael, who was a little bit lower than Bubba anticipated. Crash back here on the front straightaway.
Cole Custer in the 41. He's got a lot of damage to the front.
It looks like a situation where either he got clipped in the left rear and turned in the wall. Don't see any damage on the right rear quarter panel to think that he might have got turned from that angle with a car on his outside, but looks like somebody or somehow this 41 got steered into the fence.
I was watching that battle. He was back there amongst the cars that had pitted. Custer had not pitted. He was on old tires, but Chastain, Keselowski, Matty D, Blaney, they were all kind of around him, Junior, on newer tires. I don't know if that's the momentum. That was that push you're talking about. We'll have to see as we see Custer climb out.
Had issues last week at Nashville with the brakes. Decent speed at that race, but another poor finish today for Cole. You can see him shaking his head, disappointed.
AMR safety team immediately out there for Cole. But a lot of damage and a short day for him.
And remember, guys, it's the backup for tomorrow. So here you go. See if we can figure out what happened.
Oh, he tried to maybe squeeze in here, and
oh no,
Brad. So Brad, he was going to go. I think Brad thought that Cole was coming up the racetrack in front of him, and Brad said, "You know what? I'm going to dive to the inside." Well, Cole didn't come as far up as Brad had anticipated.
Pitbull also a part of racing here.
Oh,
now we got a big Ryan Newman, and that 00. It looked like also Quinn Houff bumping through the infield. The caution has come out.
Was a surprise.
6 car with a little bit of damage, similar to what Chase Elliott
I
has.
was knocked out. I hit both ends.
Hit both ends. Contact with outside wall there for Ryan in turn 1, exiting turn 1.
So a lot of damage to the left rear of the 6. We saw the smoke up in front of Kyle Larson.
Let's take a look at how this happened to Ryan. Exiting the corner. Looks like he's by himself. Oh, just getting loose here. Jeff up off a turn 1. Backs in pretty hard.
Yeah, they came around and hit the left front as well. A lot of damage. Watch the back of this car just fold up when it hits.
He is in the gas because typically sometimes when you get loose and get turned around backwards, you stand in the throttle.
Steve, just to let you know, the 6 team, their clock got reset for the DVP.
Yeah, they made minimum.
Oh, and a big accident. Corey LaJoie involved in the 7.
It's like Corey LaJoie, the 38. Anthony Alfredo has damage as well.
A lot of damage on the right rear of this 7. I'm not sure.
Get it going here. Get it going.
If it was a flat tire or contact.
They were 16th last week, 4 weeks in a row inside the top 20 for Corey LaJoie. Been doing a really good job, overachieving in my opinion. Nice work by Corey, but today.
Yeah, I look at this team and think, man, 25th is a great day for this 7.
Only 8 before him have ever won 4.
Oh, he's got a flat tire. The left front tire's flat.
It's down. He's going to go into the wall. Kyle Larson in the wall. The 48 of Bowman's going to get by him. A flat tire for Kyle Larson. And now Alex Bowman is going to win at Pocono.
Unbelievable.
38 car is up.
Oh, he's back into the wall. So problems for Anthony Alfredo early. The caution is out.
We're going to come to the pit road.
Had a rough day yesterday. Got into the wall off turn 3 and an accident.
I think I blew it right front in the tunnel.
Oof. Oh, that will hurt.
Finished 26th yesterday. He was running 25th.
He said, I really learned some things that are going to help me here in the Cup car. Oh, we got an issue with the 96, guys.
96 goes around, and that's Ty Dillon.
Looks like it's exiting the kink.
Stays green.
Fortunately for Ty, no damage. It doesn't appear that he's hit anything with that car.
And we're seeing pit stops, just as you had mentioned, Steve. Dave? Oh, and Tilley goes through the
Kyle Tilley off in 78, and that we'll see if that brings a caution. He stays to the outside there, tries to keep the momentum going. Martin Truex is on pit road trying to take advantage of this situation before the end of the stage. He'll come down for a little right front damage repair.
Pit stops like we saw in stage 1. Oh, it was Brad Keselowski, who has really had a bit of a struggle today. Backwards, I think that's turn 14. Running 25th.
Look at this battle right here. LaJoie all the way off.
Oh, LaJoie, big contact.
Don't hit the wall.
Got into that dirt mound before the wall. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Let's see, his splitter's going to be dug into the grass right here. Might be waiting on cars to go by, but I don't think he'll be able to move.
Looks like he got off track and was trying to get back on track.
There he's
trying to plow the dirt. And he's going to put a lot of dirt out on the track. And a lot of turf as well.
All of the spotters around the racetrack, I'm giving you the green light, and there it is. So now this right here, if I'm anywhere down in turn 12, which unfortunately the whole field is really around the middle of the racetrack, so I don't think anybody will pit.
I think I blew a tire and let that wheel off that bad. Felt like the left rear went down.
Anthony Alfredo.
If he blew a tire, he'll be stuck. He won't get out of that sand.
And on.
Oh, the 5, the 48. Oh, no.
He collects the 5. Teammates.
Down.
Unfortunate for Kyle Larson, but a mistake there by Alex Bowman spins his teammate.
Junior, you saw it coming before they ever made contact. 48 was just in way too deep.
Yeah, stop this getting in the front.
Good run by the 22, Joey Logano. Look at the momentum there, and they spin off of turn 2 into the wall.
Daniel Suarez, Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
We're done. Front end damage, heavy front end damage.
Left front not even spinning for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. A couple cars involved. We saw the 99 and 47. Suarez smoke rolling out from the left side. Also involved Cody Ware in the 51.
Left front flat on the 51.
Left rear as well. Yeah, look how bad Suarez's car is working its way down pit road.
Oh, you see Cody get loose right there. But that was such a train reaction up the racetrack where the 47 is sent into the door of the 99. Oh, we got a car on the wall.
That's two cars. Truex.
It's raining. Raining in turn one.
It all of a sudden just started raining really quickly in turn one. Bunch of the leaders had trouble. Bunch of the guys up front.
Kyle Busch leading the race. First one to the corner in the rain. You see the damage. Heavy damage to the 18 car. The 19 of Truex, another Joe Gibbs Toyota.
How this started, why this started, but look at the lack of grip. Yeah, everybody in the corner, way up the track. 4 cars back here with contact.
Look at Kyle Busch, just drives in the corner expecting to have grip, and it's just not there. Track's wet. Big damage.
I've drove cars for 2 decades, and I'm shocked at the lack of grip. That, you know, I know that it's raining pretty hard out there. We're in a booth, and we don't really know exactly how much participation is coming down, but I am shocked at the lack of grip out on the racetrack. We've got a car spun out on the front straightaway exiting turn 4. 38 car, Anthony Alfredo, got turned around. You see damage to the right front, the left, or the right rear as well.
Big break for Joey Logano. We talked about how do you get back in this race if you're the 22 car. Well, unfortunate for Anthony Alfredo. You mentioned it, Junior, big damage, but that will be one of his 2 passes back for the driver of the 22.
Yeah, if you're 2 laps down, it's
got to get to 1,
so
right?
frustrating trying to get those laps back, but this is going to work out perfectly. And you see Anthony getting loose up underneath Bubba Wallace. Spins himself out. Running 25th when this happened. Doing that.
There you see the damage, the Permatex 00.
Yeah. Difficult. Looked like a couple cars bunched up down there side by side, trying to get through that turn 3 entrance over those bumps. Let's take a look here. Oh, he got a little help. Down in the corner, looks like possibly Ryan Newman. I hate this.
That looked like Ryan Newman.
Yeah, I hate to assume. But these restarts are physical contact right there. Oh. Big spin. Chris Buescher comes around. Bubba Wallace. Damage to the right side of the 17. Right front's flat.
So lucky they spun down the entrance of the road course, missed that interior wall.
Damage to the left side. There's that right front
down to the right with a slide through the grass. I don't know if he had to take evasive maneuvers to miss someone in front of him. Somehow everybody splits him. Chase Elliott just goes through.
But did it good enough to keep Logano behind him. Oh, really loose. He's spinning. He's spinning right in front of me. Around he goes. He gets it straightened back out. Get that thing in first gear. Get it rolling. Hey, man, he's spinning. Only losing a few spots. That wasn't too bad.
Jones taking that spot away. We've got a spin right here. Looks like Ryan Blaney has gone around. He gets his car righted.
And surprisingly, the caution has come out.
Yellow's out, yellow's out.
Yeah, that's a quick to... Oh, we got a car stopped on the racetrack over there by you, Jeff Burton.
Yeah, James Davidson has stopped over here. He came through here. The engine was running, but the car wasn't under propulsion. It just, I don't know if the transmission broke, the drive shaft came out of it, something. It had ignition, had power, but it just was not rolling.
I'm entering the bus stop here. You see Blaney. Looks like he got the wheel hopping on the braking zone. Loses the back of the car and just can't save it. I didn't know he had any help or not, but it looks like we got a spin over in the carousel. The 43 of Eric Jones has spun around and he did not contact the wall.
We stay green and really tight battle right now for the lead as well as Truex is trying to hold up. Chris Larson looks to the inside, trying to take second away from Christopher Bell. And contact made. Bell goes around. Larson stays going the right direction.
Crank it up, we gotta go.
This 42 car coming in. Oh, we got trouble over here. 2 Penske cars off it.
The 2 of Brad Keselowski with damage on the right rear bumper. The 22 of Joey Logano leaving. It's chaos. We have pit road busy. Cars spinning on the racetrack. Let's take a look at what happens. We're going to see 2 cars on pit road. Once again, the 2 of Brad Keselowski consistently having braking issues. And who does he hit? His own teammate. I mean, that's just bad luck for Joey Logano. Brad Keselowski out of control down the inside of the racetrack, and if anybody he wants to hit, it's not this 22, and heavy damage really around the right rear tire of this 22 car. 22-year-old out of Mooresville, North Carolina, a winner yesterday in the Xfinity Series right here, just deep into turn 1. Looks like he has to get on the brakes a little harder than he wants behind Denny Hamlin. Either wheel hops or locks up the rear tires, spinning it out. No damage.
One, Ross Chastain around right in front of Denny Hamlin, puts up a huge cloud of smoke, and everybody's trying to get through. They will have success, but Ross Chastain in the middle of that pack of traffic went for a spin and a heads-up piece of driving for about a dozen drivers as they tried to find their way around the spinning car of Ross Chastain.
There you see it down in the corner, just gets in there a little bit too hard, locks it up, spins it around. Man, when these other cars see somebody in trouble, they jump. Oh.
Jeff Burton, we're still under green, but a big hit for Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, Brad Keselowski, I looked up coming out of turn 11, and here he was coming backwards toward me. Backed it in the wall, big heavy impact, rear tires off the ground. It's major damage on the 2 car. They were struggling on old tires. Just didn't work out. And then we saw Kurt Busch have to get on pit road. Here's why. Look at Ross Chastain and Kurt. Kurt just had to get slowed down and flat spotted that right front, get into turn 1.
Over here in turn 7, battling in the top 5, Joey Logano gets down in the braking zone of turn 7. Wheel hops a little bit. Oh, he's going to get in the back of the 5. They made contact. The 22 goes around. The 5 soldiers on. Kyle Busch slips into 3rd place. The 22 rejoins. The car around over here, the 33, exiting turn 7. Austin Cindric is spun out. He gets it right in, back on track. Little contact with Kurt Busch right there. Kurt got into the left rear quarter panel.
And William Byron gets by Kyle Larson in the 24. He'll take 3rd, and they're bumping and banging and grinding, and 1 car's around. Coming out of turn number 6, he'll spin it to the inside. That is Martin Truex Jr., who gets spun to the exit of turn 6.
All of that contact between the 2 leaders is allowed. Watch it. Oh, the 24 is spinning. The 24's, oh, there's a multiple cars into the wall here. There must be oil or some kind of fluid down on the racetrack right there in turn. We got more cars coming in.
William Byron is reporting that the curb came up. He hit the curb in the 24.
Yeah, the curbing is coming up, and that's what everyone hit when they were coming through there in turn 6. The curbing comes up, catches a bunch of the cars, the front ends of the cars, and numerous cars are destroyed. Take a look at what happened to Daniel Suarez's car. The 22 of Logano also involved. That curbing that we've seen them work on over and over during this race looked as though it had caught some of the front of the cars the last time by. We saw a little bit of debris flying. We saw the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. spin around, and this time by more debris and more cars getting caught up. AMR safety crew immediately getting over to Joey.
He's riding on top of the roof cam. Lifted out of the gas, I assume because he's seeing the debris and uncertain about what was in front of him. Now here is watch the 24 car here. Boom, destroys the splitter. The car just spins out. Everyone behind him piles in, and it ain't over. More cars are going to come sliding into this because you're committed. Once you're committed to that kink, you can't avoid the calamity right there. Big, good angle to see how the rest of the field. Look at the 22 destroyed his car over the curb. See how the rest of these guys get piled in here. Oh, more cars. getting destroyed going through turn 5 over that curb. Unbelievable. Now, Steve, I got to ask you, why would the Cup cars have more trouble with that particular curb when we didn't have this type of issue yesterday with the Xfinity cars?
You know, Dale, I was wondering that as we've seen them repair this curve. I didn't know if it was just wear and tear. Remember, we had an entire race yesterday with the Xfinity, and now the Cup have finally broken the parts loose. I didn't know if it was the speed of the Cup cars. I mean, when you look at, weight and sizes, look at the destruction. Just car after car jumps that curb and spins through the grass. Heavy contact with the 22. So good to see.
Matt DiBenedetto. He wants third, but he's got to get around A.J. Allmendinger to do it. Bubba Wallace off course. One other car spinning, leaving turn 6. More contact on the straightaway, and there's more calamity on the back straightaway.
Cars everywhere on the back stretch. Austin Dillon, hard contact.
That was the result of that curve.
Looks like Michael McDowell was the car that got spun around.
Reddick, so much damage to the front end of his car.
Knocked the radiator out of that thing.
The 34 of Michael McDowell looked like he clipped the right side tires on that curb. It sent him airborne, and around he went. And the caution has come out once again. Waiting to see the window net go down on the 3 of Austin Dillon, seeing the movement there. AMR safety crew attending to these drivers.
Well, here you go. Guys hadn't seen the racetrack in this configuration. Through here side by side. See Bubba Wallace, he bails out. But huge jump right there by McDowell. Just, they haven't been through this track like this before without that curb. It's causes all this issues. It's easy to say, well, you know it's there, but vision just isn't what you think it is when you're following other cars. Watch these cars hit it. Blaney hit it a little bit. Further back, look at that launch. Around he goes. Crazy. See Cole Custer in the wall. The teammates, Austin Dillon with big damage. Tyler Reddick with big damage. Right along with Mark.
Turn 1, Chase Briscoe's going to give him a run for the money. Here's Briscoe to the outside, but he's going to be offline. No, Briscoe's in the grass. Now it's a battle for the lead with Hamlin and Allmendinger. Briscoe will come back onto the grass, and now he will be side by side with Denny Hamlin. Briscoe getting forced off course with a piece of debris that went flying off the race car when it happened, but they're back on course. Battle for the lead. Well, now exits turn 5 and 6, and Brian Newman gets the curving in turn 6.
Down the back straightaway, there's smoke out of the 11 car. It's all clear now, though. He leads them into 7. Briscoe right on his tail. We'll have to see how NASCAR.
Stop and go. 14 has a
stop and go for the 14 car. He is not racing for the win. Oh, he's going to spin Denny. Denny is spun out. The 14 car spun Denny Hamlin out. Started his career at Hawkeye Downs Speedway way back in the mid-2000s. Racing late models. Was a track champion there.
This is tough for Rick Ware Racing. Not a lot of car inventory. Release a foundation on the hood supporting case today. Let's see what happens. Oh, no.
Right front tire, it looks like, Steve.
Yeah, for sure. A tire, suspension, something. You have to guess tire as hard as it turned right.
That is a big hit for a driver. I mean, that's like he's all the way wide open in the gas, and it just quits turning.
Larson, Elliott, Hamlin, 3rd through 5th.
Oh, there's a big crash.
Look at this. Dillon with so much damage. Just finished 6th in the stage, and the whole back end of the car torn off.
Oh, they had such a good day going.
Into the outside retaining wall.
Let's take a look and see how this started. On the inside of Brad Keselowski off of turn 4. Side drafting the 2. Oh my. Oh, that's a hard hit.
had just finished 6th and looked like when he went to the apron, he thought once he crossed the start-finish line, just come back up on the race. Keeps it pointed straight, but now too much pressure on the 22. They go around. Caution will come out.
Left rear damage here, guys.
I wasn't sure who was going to spin out there, but somebody was going to have to. There's too many cars just pushing each other. It's out of control.
In the 20, that ream number 20 around. You see Newman trying to get it straightened back out. Big damage there to the 22, the right front tire. Something in the suspension broken.
A lot of cars in the lead lap. It's going to cost Reddick a lot of points.
Can the 11 clear? The 5, he does. Hamlin, and the 8 goes around. The 8 of Tyler Reddick spins. Can he get it fired up and going again? He's back to the apron. Still a green flag out. Just coming out of turn 4, the caution has come out. You see the most damage on the 10 here of Eric Almirola. He had won at New Hampshire, and so that locks him into the playoffs. But this obviously really difficult as far as momentum entering the playoffs.
So look at the front of this. Tyler Reddick pushing into the back of Corey LaJoie, gets it in the left rear, and then they start stacking up behind him. You don't even see Eric Almirola anywhere in the picture, but all of that caused this. 10 rows back, this wreck happened.
Yeah, once they all started checking up from that 7 car getting a little loose. Look at that, the 4 car up the racetrack. All these guys lifting off the gas, and then behind them, the 10 car gets run over and unable to control his car. The 48 spins as well.
And there's some pretty heavy damage on the rear of that 10, Junior.
Yeah, hard lick right there.
So you want to ride around in the back where it's safe. That's the problem. You can get wrecked anywhere.
Damage to the left front of the 48 of Alex Bowman.
Yeah, that last
fix that.
That last replay helped me. I wasn't quite sure where the 10 got the damage. You know, I understood he came off the banking, but now the contact of the 48 seems to be the spot.
Back there at the top is Garrett Smithley. Looks like he's a little bit out of shape. Yep. Down the racetrack in front of his teammates. Joey Gase up the racetrack. Puts Cody in the fence. Just an unfortunate series of accidents there for all 3 of those Rick Ware racing cars.
Yeah, right in front of his teammates, nowhere for them to go. As you said, they had just gotten lapped. They had just gotten passed by this big group. This is an advantage to the Ford, Steve. This is exactly what they wanted to see.
Front 5.
Oh, there's a big crash.
19, Mark Truex Jr. He got into the side of the 24. William Byron's in it. Landon Castle also collected up.
I was so concerned about the used tires. That actually happened in the back third. Oh, Tyler Reddick.
Tyler Reddick.
Smoke out of the back of Tyler Reddick. Huge implications for the playoffs.
Look at the nose.
You got to imagine that smoke right there.
The smoke, it smells like oil smoke. I don't know. Do you want me to keep going?
Damage to the front.
Bring it to me, bring it to me.
Tyler Reddick, he was in the 16th spot. That final transfer spot on points. Now, Austin Dillon, who has battery issues, potentially he has issues too. He's still fighting for that 16th spot.
They're going to raise the hood on this 8 car, try to diagnose the issues.
Damage in the front, you have to think perhaps oil cooler, radiator, like something has moved.
Team hoping that there's a way for them to bypass whatever is broken.
Exactly right. Exactly right, Dale. Right, if it's a hole in the oil cooler, you know, bypass it.
Randall, pace car 2.
You're going to run way too warm, but at this point, your playoff hopes are on the line. Maybe you'll get lucky. There'll be another accident. You gain a few more spots. Anything to stay on the racetrack.
Take a look at what happened.
Truex gets turned. It gets a little bit of a bump in the right rear from the 47 car, and that turns him into the outside wall hard. Collected William Byron.
Landon Castle was having a good night. He got into it.
Anthony Alfredo is involved, the 14. Also, Chase Briscoe got caught up.
There's the contact. Just so subtle of Reddick to get in the back of the 19 there. This is on the roof of the Stenhouse car.
11's coming to you tight. Clear bottom lane, clear bottom lane.
Something happened in front of them. Something happened in front of Truex. He checked up. Stenhouse didn't get checked up. It got into the back of him.
Let's see here.
Right there.
Yep.
That's what started it.
I think that the 42 was trying to get back behind Harvick. Lifted a little bit. The 18 of Kyle Busch gets in the back of him. that starts that chain reaction we've already seen once tonight.
The 21 tries to go by the 9. They make contact, the 9 into the wall. The 9 slides the 21 into the wall. He collects them in a big crash happening.
There's so much blocking, so much shoving. It just can't last but so long.
A huge wreck.
And how many cars are left that aren't damaged?
With 3 laps to go, Chris Buescher is up front. A lot of damage to Kyle Busch.
Here we go. Lots of blocking. Just Chase Elliott moved up in front. And then just the wreck continues. And then now all these guys behind, just nowhere to go.
A big shove coming from the middle. Daniel Suarez in the 99. He gets turned into the 4, and they go into the wall. The next flag will end the race.
By 5. Caution out.
And there's the caution flag. Ryan Blaney wins. The big accident happens behind him.
Get done, boys. Way to get it done. Good, we had.
Ryan Blaney had cleared the pack by 4 car lengths. And then Suarez and Harvick. Contact made. You see the 42, Ross Chastain involved. Kyle Larson is there. High-centered is the 3 of Austin Dillon. He's not going anywhere. Corey LaJoie caught up in this. Tyler Reddick, because of the points that he has earned, will fill that 16th spot for the playoffs. But this is what happened on the backstretch.
Big run with Suarez, with Kurt Busch pushing him, and they just made contact. And
yeah, Suarez goes to the inside of the 4 car there to try to take that run that 1 car of Kurt Busch's gave him, and Kurt gets into the right rear quarter panel, turning the 99 into the 4. Kurt trying to get low with the 99, just not able to get there, not able to help him.
First playoff driver to suffer an accident. And right now it's Alex Bowman. Had an issue with the right front, got into the wall. But not only was it Alex Bowman who had an issue, but he collected his teammate too.
Well, we've been talking about these playoffs. Who is going to make the mistake first? Hendrick Motorsports in great shape, right? All of them going to roll through the playoffs right early in this race. The 48 has a tire rub. William Byron can't get slowed down. He comes in, tears the left rear quarter panel off the 48 and tears his right rear quarter panel off.
And a lead change. Also getting down into turn 3, Kurt Busch. A lot of pace in this 1 car. Goes to the top.
Right, you wouldn't. What is 12 laps? That's nothing.
Wow, the 34. McDowell got into the wall. He was sideways.
Down the back straightaway.
Got into the wall, and now he's around. The second playoff driver with damage to their cars.
And this team just trying to make it to the next round of the playoffs. It's going to be so hard for them to overcome this. They needed everything to go right for them, and this certainly is not what they were hoping for. We talk so much about this racetrack, how difficult it is, and here you go. Just cuts loose, gets away from him, and now he's on the for a ride. Going through that new pavement. Maybe just trusting it a little bit too much. Watch it wiggle, just that little bit. Now he's just out of control.
Joey Logano right there, panicking as he came across right in front of the 22 car.
Big hit on the inside wall. Is he done?
Done. This one is done for the day.
The guys run well. When you go by them Earnhardt Towers right there, then you can see again. Oh, we got a crash to 53.
51, 53, 2 of the Rick Ware cars involved. This is Davidson.
Yep. Davidson's had some contact with the right rear.
Like the 51 was in it right there too, bud.
This is a replay of what happened last week, where the Rick Ware cars both were involved in an accident.
See if there's any damage here to Cody Ware.
Yeah, last week I learned this week that wreck was caused by a flat tire.
I don't know. I thought he hit a right front tire on the flat. Veered up the racetrack there pretty aggressively, but that car looks like to be in pretty good shape. But
they did.
When he spun around there, Steve.
Oh,
He's got a right front tire. Yeah.
Yep.
Could have went down pit road.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
boy.
Get ready for a right front.
So that is a
Knocking the
great
fender off, boys.
example right there. We saw him coming down pit road and then decided, no, I'm not going to do it, and went back on the racetrack, and now the thing is destroyed. The right front is destroyed. This is what started it.
James Davison gets into turn 3 loose. Gets into
That's
the fence.
turn 1.
Oh, it is at turn 1. Looks like his teammate tries to avoid. Does a good job. No contact, but then, like you said,
run side by side through these corners. It is fascinating to have run here in the old cars and then watch these guys.
Oh, the 18 car's got trouble. He's been into the outside wall hard.
Right side.
Wow.
Big
Hold on.
contact.
Come down.
Look at that right rear quarter panel.
Go to the garage.
You hear him. Take it to the garage. Let's take a look. He's on the outside of Austin Dillon. There's contact in turn 2.
That's just what you and Jeff Burton were just talking about, that the drivers not in the playoffs, they're still here to race. You know, that's the thing that separates this sport that we're in from the other sports, that, you know, you're not eliminated. You get to still be here. But how do you race around those guys that are in the playoffs?
Yeah, and we were just talking about give and take, give and take. That was a little bit too much take and not enough give at that point in time.
Big name will come away from Darlington. He'll come away from Darlington behind the 8 ball.
Wow.
He parks that car behind the hauler.
Martin got into the wall a little bit on turns 3 and 4. Not too bad. The damage seems to be okay for the 19.
Oh, we got a car in the
on the
fence.
track.
Yeah, the 24, William Byron, has hit the wall down in turns 1 and 2. Heavy damage to the right front. It's Exalta Chevrolet had some troubles earlier in the race, had a big rebound.
Slide left front or something,
Looks
guys.
like the left front's down there, yeah.
Hard contact.
Gosh.
He's already put the winning net down.
Another one of our playoff contenders having trouble here tonight.
Well, the big concern for Denny Hamlin, not only is Chastain in the alternate strategy, but Martin Truex Jr.
Oh, we got a spin!
Blaney.
And the caution's going to come out. Blaney spins.
Hold your line, get going here. Get going. Hit anything, just find out.
He's got a right front tire down on that 12 car. Great recovery there. Comes down the front straightaway. Back there, Bubba Wallace. Chase Elliott. Oh.
Elliott with a lot of sparks on the left front. He's up into the wall. Chase Elliott into the wall. And the caution has come out again.
All those guys that took the wave around, boom, magic. They're in the lead lap.
Absolutely. That is what a night for Hendrick Motorsports' playoff hopes.
Come to us.
Only 3 drivers that were winless, and now he's slow on the track. The 5 right up behind him. Smoke coming out for Larson. Larson up against the wall. It's a drag race to the checkered flag. Denny Hamlin's going to win it.
Right on the roof cam, the Advanced Auto Parts camera. Oh,
big hit there for the one of Kurt Busch.
That looks a lot. Yep, that looks a lot like a left rear tire.
Yeah, you see the tire off the wheel right there, and Bubba Wallace drives over it. Wow.
Ben's going to drag it.
Bubba Wallace was at the back because of a speeding penalty, but the one of Kurt Busch, you call it, Junior, looked like a left rear flat as quickly as that spun around.
Yep. He looked like he had his hands full for about a lap and a half there. Haven't been on equal tires as everybody else. Interesting to see too. Cautions out on the back.
Yeah, Bubba Wallace up into the wall in turns 1 and 2. Looks like some damage to the right front.
Yeah, the tire going down to turn 1, smoke instantly, and straight up the track he went. I'm not sure if something broke. It looks like I think there's air in that tire. It looks like something is broken on this car.
Yeah, it looks like the tire is up, but the right front has plenty damage to it. The right side smashed in. We're going to want to take another look.
You see, he drives in the corner and the car just doesn't turn. That's both front brakes locked up on it. That's kind of odd looking to lock up both front brakes. See right there, the car clearly just went right.
Newman's got a right front tire, left front tire issue. That sends him into the wall. Those guys just have nowhere to go.
That's how quick it happens, right? I mean, you had nothing to do with it. You drive down in the corner, they're wrecking in front of you.
Looks like how B.J. McLeod, and there's the damage as he plowed into the side of Anthony.
This is really unfortunate for some of these smaller teams like the 78 of B.J. McLeod. It's not just a poor finish, but this is a race car that's going to need major repairs if they plan on running it at any point during the rest of the season. Just take another look there, guys.
Yeah, you'll see Anthony, a little bit of contact there. Was that?
He got a little help from the 7, I believe, of Corey LaJoy.
It looks to me like the 7 just sends him off into the corner. I don't know if he was off the pace or what happened there.
Nowhere for B.J. McLeod to go. He gets into the left front.
77 collects.
Yeah, huge contact
as well.
77.
Yeah, Justin Haley.
That's Quinn Houff, and the left rear tire gone. And he has brought out the caution. That's the 6th caution of the night here at Bristol. And so the field will bunch back up. They'll get ready to come to pit road, and we'll have another restart.
Looks like a left rear tire issue. Getting into turn 3 there. Man, he spins this thing around, Jeff. And look at the pit road entrance right here.
You know, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., he's like, I got to miss him. And then he gets on pit road and gets the car almost spun out. Overcorrected it. Didn't hit the wall. Yeah, it was close.
A lot of what you guys were talking about. We got the car on the wall. 0 in the fence in the middle of turn 3 and 4. Cut a left front tire going down the back straightaway. Slides down the racetrack.
Hold the brake, buddy. There you go.
Low on the track, a little contact right there with the right front flat on the 11.
11 up into the wall. Right front down, caution comes out.
Caution, keep it up there.
That contact did it. And these are 2 drivers that are locked into the round of 12, but definitely playoff points.
He caught the 11 and the 5. Oh, big crash right here.
Big hit. He'll hit the inside wall, but the back of that car almost completely gone for Joey Gase.
Look how hard.
Wow. That car was up in the air, hitting off the wall.
That tire looks like it's still got the wheel in it, Steve.
Yeah, I couldn't tell from this. I could tell the wheel was missing, but I couldn't tell with that piece of sheet metal there. Let's take another look. Down into the corner. Oh, nothing he can do, and this impact is just a gigantic impact.
There. But the pushes are getting so.
Oh, around goes the 77. Justin Allgaier spins, collects the 5. So Larson also in it.
Oh, Larson. How much damage did he get?
77 hit him in the door. I think the 5 got up against the fence as well.
I got hit in the
Quite a bit of damage to the right side there.
Oh, up in the wall. Alex Bowman into the wall. Ross Chastain caught up in the 42. The 19 of Mark Truex Jr. also involved.
Try to keep it rolling. Try to keep
the 18, Kyle Busch, also spinning. Right before this happened, the 18, 14 points above the cutoff line.
Nice work today.
The 19, only 2 points above the cutoff line.
Junior, you just talked about the confidence going up with the pushing. It seemed like the runs were coming and there was more contact, and then finally too much contact, and the 48 gets turned down the backstretch. Tyler Reddick involved as well.
We have seen this so many times. Somebody up front getting turned, and right there we saw it again where the guy fighting for the lead in Alex Bowman gets turned into the wall.
Down the backstretch. They all got out of the gas because the 20 got loose off of 2. Then creates a huge gap and a big run. And the 47, I mean, it's the same bump that he did multiple times before. And that time, it just turns the 48 into the outside wall.
The 19 doesn't look like he had contact.
Man.
Big hit for Alex Bowman. That'll put him in a huge hole.
And Ricky's thinking, man, I've been pushing him multiple times just like that.
There's Truex. He was trying to get slowed down.
Let's ride on the roof.
Have to make a decision, but he's getting ready to. Here comes a big push for Logano.
Oh, around goes the 37. Priest is around. He catches the 24 as well as the 21. Caution comes out. And fire coming out of the back of the 24 of William Byron.
William Byron has had so much speed in these playoffs, but just things have not gone his way.
Alternator switch on.
See the flames continue to roll out from
Chris Gabehart told him, hey, our philosophy is simple. We want one playoff point. Oh, a spin by Brad Keselowski.
Keselowski around.
Get a point and go ahead. There's double eye coming here. Wait.
On road courses, the caution
right,
won't come out if you can
go.
continue on, and Keselowski is going to be able to continue on, it looks like.
Everybody get a pointer.
Cautions come out. Ryan Newman, the right rear tire completely gone on that car.
And he went for a big spin. He was in the middle of basically the oval turn 4 high-speed area. When I looked up, he was spinning down the front stretch. I can tell you, buddy, you had a flat tire. It snapped around on poor Newman.
Let's take a look and see how this happened. You mentioned Steve through NASCAR turn 4 up at the top of the screen. Blows the right rear tire. Car goes around, smacks the outside wall.
Just a great break. I think that was Brad Keselowski.
2 car links.
And around goes the 37. So Ryan Priest up against the wall.
Going to try to get that thing restarted, turned around, rejoin the field.
That Kyle Larson can be in this position after. Oh, and we've got a spinner right on the front stretch. The 14 of Chase Briscoe is around. And so that brings the caution out.
You were mentioning the 5 of Kyle Larson, the 48 of Alex Bowman, both with electronical issues.
Okay, I'm on 2.
Question.
Tore pretty good.
Oh, look out!
The 9 is around.
Big
the 4
damage
as well.
There's a big damage to the back of this 9 car.
The 41 of Cole Custer, but a lot of damage to Chase Elliott.
Yeah, the problem, the 9 is destroyed, Junior. You said big damage.
Decklet on it. Got to get this decklet on it.
The 4 was there, too. It was very close between Harvick and Chase Elliott.
Back bar's broke. It is.
That's big damage. Chase Elliott came into the race only 9 points to the good. He has earned 19 points today in stage racing, but now a ton of damage.
Wow, he's already got the damage at this point. So he's already had contact with the wall somewhere in the infield.
And then the 41 got him there as he slid into the grass.
Yeah, let's take a look. You guys mentioned it already. Oh, right there. It's a great shot.
Oh, was there contact between him? Look at the front bumper of the 4 car. Big damage to the nose of Kevin Harvick.
Was that the payback from Bristol? Did Kevin Harvick wait until it mattered most for Chase Elliott? Let's take a look.
You're clear.
Wow. There was the contact. Sent him into the wall. Could that be the payback for Bristol?
Little twitch right there in the braking zone of the 8 car, really pressuring. A little smoke back there in the back of the pack. Oh, the 2 cars spun out. Brad Keselowski goes around. Oh, he gets the car righted. Very lucky situation. No contact.
This is a huge point story. Looking on the left-hand side, Keselowski drops. He's now in the red, 3 points behind. Harvick in, Elliott in, with positions to gain.
Oh, that's 42. Locks up. But then they're just 3 wide. Just too many cars trying to funnel down into that area.
Elliott right there on the inside. Now it's 4 wide. They turn down, and the 41 gets loose, contacts the 7. Sends the 7 up into the wall, and behind him, the 52 of Joey Hand, making his first NASCAR start, doing a nice job in that Rick Ware car. He just gets spun around. Big contact with the outside wall. Joey.
Oh, the 4's going to miss the corner.
He misses it into the DeWalt wall. Kevin Harvick hard. The right front of the caution comes out.
Heartburn turn, strikes again.
Yeah, Brian. Just walk the tire up, went straight.
And See the flames from under the hood. Harvick will be jumping out of there quick. Larson, a couple races ago, he said, I don't expect. Oh, and Byron's off. Byron into the grass.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Still
Contact. Just, you know, the only way he was going to advance was to get to Tyler Reddick, try to get by him, and just push a little bit too.
Oh, we got a spin on the back straightaway. Big crash.
42 involved, 47, 48's back there. Bubba Wallace in the 23.
How about the 18? How about Kyle Busch?
Kyle Busch slowly gets through it. But a big wreck on the backstretch. Also involved, you see the 52 back there of Josh Bilicki.
And right out of the corner of the screen, I thought I saw Bubba Wallace's car turned around down the back straightaway. What a
left side's killed. The right rear's pushed out pretty good. I'll get up and
we just don't see those big crashes at a track like this. But on these restarts with everybody stacked up, let's take a look and see how this started. It's way up there ahead. We see the 23 turned around, collecting more and more cars. Now the track is blocked. You can't just slow these things down and stop on a dime. You're basically getting shoved and pushed into the crash. Smoke starts to cover the racetrack where you can't see where to go to avoid this crash and avoid cars spinning. That's exactly what it looks like behind the wheel.
I'd like to go back and see that again. I think Bubba just got loose, but
heavy hits for these guys as they're getting bounced around inside the cars.
And he's got him up the racetrack, and you know, this is an area where Chase Briscoe just needs to lift right there. You know, it's a long way to go, and then because of that damage, it ends up cutting the right rear tire. Now the caution's out. So Chase Briscoe having a good day.
Has the lead right now.
Oh, Kyle Busch gets into the 17. Buescher
trying to stay out of traffic.
There's a big save, but a spin behind him. That L38 car hard into the wall.
Anthony Alfredo. That all started.
up here.
Yeah, I appreciate the 14 lifting for that wreck. Excellent job.
That all started on the front. Oh, now fire.
Big fire.
Hop out of it. Hop out of it in a hurry.
Crowd seeing Anthony get out of there.
Kyle Busch got into the back of Buescher, and then they all started stacking up behind him because they thought Buescher was going to spin out and come back across the racetrack. You heard Alfredo upset, right? That the 14 didn't get slowed down. He just
Byron. Hamlin around. Hamlin sliding.
Hang on to it there. Hang on to it.
Right
hang on to it.
Of the field as they come out of turn number 2.
Get a spun around here and roll if you can.
Another playoff driver with an issue.
There was just so much smoke. You know, if it was on the tread, it might have survived. I believe it was on the sidewall, and in the end, it goes flat. Denny Hamlin, though.
Fast restart.
Oh, up into the wall hard. Right coming out of turn 4. Martin Truex Jr. slams into the wall.
Another playoff contender.
That is a huge hit for the 19. Heavy damage to the right front suspension. The crew will try to assess it to see if repairs can be made, but this looks terminal. I would be shocked if this car can make another lap and he'll join Logano as a playoff car out of the race.
Have to wonder what happened there with the right front tire. It doesn't look flat.
Something had to have broken. He went hard into the outside wall here. Take a look.
Right behind him is the 99 car, Daniel Suarez. A little bit of contact right to the left rear quarter panel. Martin overcorrects the car, knocks the wall down. That was a massive hit. See the safer barrier come off the ground.
This is what,
gosh.
It looks like there's a little tire smoke out of that 24 car from the contact 2 weeks in a row.
Oh, there's contact on the back straightaway. Car spinning around.
Chris Buescher in the 17, hard into the inside wall. Caution comes out again.
And another car came through. I couldn't tell which one it was. A red car with heavy damage. I think it's Denny Hamlin. I think the nose is wrinkled up. The nose smashed in on the 11 of Denny Hamlin. Another playoff car with an issue. Denny Hamlin, the second issue in closing laps.
He'll have to come down pit road, but the concern would have to be...
Turn 3, so that's trying to push the car. Oh, we got a caution. Kyle Busch in trouble.
Issue
Right
with the
side.
18.
Cut down a tire, guys. They knew they needed to clearance that tire. You can see it smoking there.
Oh, the right front flat. I don't know if he had contact that caused the right front to go down, or now that he has an issue now. Let's listen into the 18.
And look at the move Reddick's making here.
Oh,
the bottom of the racetrack. And the caution comes out.
Car on the front straightaway.
38 of Alfredo.
Hey, big winner on that, guys. Martin Truex Jr. He took the wave around. That's going to put him back in the lead lap.
So the 38 of Alfredo.
Stay below the right, please.
Optimal. They had some debris on. There's the caution that Keselowski needed a moment ago. Ryan Newman spinning on the racetrack.
Oh, and that'll make Keselowski sick. I mean, he was in position to be the first car lap down. Needed the caution. They pit. And
contact behind him. Ryan Blaney's in the wall.
Austin Dillon and Ryan Blaney.
Wall behind, still green.
Ryan Blaney coming in was above the cut line. Now stuck against the wall. The caution has come out. Penske drivers all now in trouble.
Listen, you got to be aggressively patient. I mean, it's a long way to go. But if you just ride around, if you just ride around.
Oh, we got a car around. Ryan Newman spins off of turn 4.
Right in front of the 11 of Denny Hamlin.
A little bit of contact with several cars as they try to squeeze through.
Big break for Denny Hamlin right here. I'll let him line back up.
3 car just going up the racetrack a little bit. Obviously some sort of issue with the right front. I don't know if he had contact with another car or just overheated the bead on the inside edge of that tire. Really surprising. Maybe some of that damage is rubbing the tire, but late in the run here, you would contact from behind. So watch the 34 car, Michael McDowell, didn't get down to the corner. Michael thinks that he's going to go to the inside of the 7 here of Corey LaJoie. Little contact with Corey sends him up the track into the 52 of Bilicki. Bilicki contact with the outside wall. Heavy damage to the rear clip of that car. Yeah.
Oh, caution.
And there's going to be another one. The 00 Quinn Houff went around.
So that's so much give and take during that sequence of events right there, Jeff. I know that's not going to be the case late in this race.
Now you asked during break. And
we got a car in the wall, the back straightaway, the 6 car, Ryan Newman, heavy contact with the right front.
And the 42 now straight in the wall into turn 3. Seems like he has a right front flat. I'm guessing those two are connected. Oh, yeah, they're connected now.
They got connected.
Oh,
and so
they're
the
done.
caution.
Let's see what Chastain
done either.
Yeah.
Definitely damage on the right front.
Right front tire down for the 42.
I looked up and seen a lot of cars over there struggling to get off that corner and a lot of contact. So here it is. Right there at the bottom of the screen. Little 3 wide 41. Car had his nose in there and it turned the 6. He comes down into the 42.
What I was saying is,
we got a spin off of 4. Cole Custer goes around. Innocent little spin there, no contact with anyone else that I saw.
And the 9th caution of the day has come out.
On the racetrack, let's take a look at what happened in the 99 for the caution. Oh, Briscoe, little contact.
Yeah, the 99 was up the track a little bit in the middle of the corner, and Briscoe went in there and gets into left rear. Kyle Larson. Down the back straightaway and let him have the outside and go around, and Brad wasn't sure. He's going to spin him out.
Around goes the 9, and the caution comes out.
They were really close getting into turn 3. It looked like Brad got loose on entry.
Keselowski's right there. Oh, we got a spin behind. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. goes around. No contact.
Caution comes out again.
Re-rack them.
Oh, the 23 has heavy damage to the front of their car. I don't know if that was from earlier or...
My goodness. Yeah.
So many cars are wrecked. I believe that's from this wreck. I think I saw that one, Rick, but there's so much damage out there. This looks like new damage.
Yeah, that front end really got messed up.
So he got in the back of somebody, and I don't think it's Ricky Stenhouse. I think he's running to the right rear or left rear quarter panel of another car on the racetrack.
9 might have a little damage to the left rear, it sounds like. It's hard to say. There's just... I don't think there's a car here without at least a couple pieces of sheet metal dented and smashed.
I think if I came out of here with a car without any marks on it, I'd be disappointed.
I think it means we broke early.
Yeah.
We must have had a mechanical issue real early. It's usually rule of thumb, you'd rather have your bumper as the 48 continues to try to take the lead from the 11. Oh! The 11 around!
The 11 goes around, and the caution will come out. A restart. He's not going to get there. Alex Bowman coming out of 4. He's going to win at Martinsville. Martin Truex Jr. looks like he will finish in a position that will get him into the championship for the 18 spins in turn 2. The 2 that will advance look to be Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex Jr. This is what happened just after they finished.
And Kyle knew the 2 was there. It's like, here, finish me off.
How about that?
And this is going to get interesting.
Oh, boy.
Denny Hamlin not happy with the way Bowman raced him.
Hard, Denny. Be hard. Big picture here. Big picture.
Marty, what you got on the 5?
We got a wreck. Bubba Wallace in the wall.
Yeah, big damage to the back of the 23. Bubba Wallace backs it in. We'll have to take another look, see if there was assistance here.
Running in 21st position. There was a brawl happening in the back of the field.
A little bit of high centering there of the 23. So the first caution comes out here in Phoenix. It's Bubba Wallace. Had a little help there from the 7.
Turn 3 and 4, the 7, 47 go around. LaJoy hard into the wall.
And the 5 had just cleared them.
No contact, I don't believe, for the 47 car with the wall. So Stenhouse will pull away. We ride along board the Larson car, but there's LaJoy. I think Corey had it saved and then just let off the brakes and something slid up into the wall.
47 was right on the back bumper of the 7 the last time the caution came out.
Well, now he and Bubba can talk sooner than they thought they were going to.
Yeah, you mentioned no contact for the wall. The 47 looks clean as he drives away, Junior. Maybe a little donut on the left side. They might have to clearance that tire.
This car's got quite a bit of damage. Let's see a replay. They're side by side. Look at McDowell down there on the inside. Could affect the way LaJoy goes into the corner. He gives McDowell a little bit of room. I don't know that the 47 and Stenhouse knew they were going to be 3 wide.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. I think Stenhouse believes.
Great of an honor has been racing for Roger Penske. He won Roger.
We got a crash. We got a crash.
And a caution now will come out here as the 00 of Quinn Houff around and damage to the back of that car.
We mentioned
That was a hard lick.
We mentioned right front failures. I think we may have just had one here toward the end, the tail end of this run. On tires, cars were due to come to pit road shortly. Right front tires down on that car, and the right front contact makes me think that he did have no control entering the corner.
Here, the straight line never turned.
Yeah, we talked about how brake heat can cause a tire failure. Not run over anything, it just actually melts the tire.
I'm on board Denny Hamlin's car. Watch up in front there. The car just blows the right front. I think you're right about a bead. Oh, we got a car in the wall. Left front tire down on the 47 car Stenhouse. Broke the right front suspension with the contact. It's probably going to end the day for him.
Yeah, he just went into turn 3 and the car went straight. That left front tire as you are out here.
Well, same song, different verse.
Oh, we got a crash, Sergeant Marty. Turns 3 and 4.
Chase Briscoe on the 14 into the wall. Backed it in there. You see the damage to the left rear.
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
He was running 12th.
Hard lick right there.
It's disappointing for Chase Briscoe. Having a solid run today. It's been a struggle. So hard for these young drivers without practice to get into a rhythm. Let's go back and see what happened to Chase.
So we're going to see a replay here of the contact possibly, or some issue with the left. Look at that, some debris or something on the left rear, right in front of the tire. Maybe there was some contact. He senses the left rear tire's flat. He senses it and lifts real early.
That's full stop. Just caution, guys.
Oh, a huge wreck for the 38 of Anthony Alfredo. Heavy damage to the right front. This is going to be a major blow to the 19 of Truex. We're going to have to let scoring cycle out before we can exactly place him on the racetrack. But the gamble, we always talk about gambling. Hey, come early, get some fresh tires. Why doesn't everybody do it? Well, this is the downfall. You see James Small, he can't believe it. Staring at the screen, he actually has the same question we have at the moment, which is, I got to see where this cycles around.
Yeah, there's multiple cars that came to pit road. Kurt Busch, William Byron, Kyle Busch, the 12 car of Blaney.
That could have been a huge break for the 19. He may have stayed in the lead lap, and if he was able to stay in the lead lap, he would line up in front of all those guys when they pit. We'll have to see when it cycles out.
I want to take a look at what happened with Anthony.
Oh, right front tire. Gosh. We see that a lot on corner exit of 2, and that is a nasty angle.
1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank.
Wow, Truex made up a lot of time again in turns 3 and 4.
A huge amount of time.
He's closed the gap. The 5 now sees the 19. He's getting closer in the mirror. Down the backstretch for the final time.
There's going to be a lap car on the inside. Not going to allow Truex to run that low line that he wants to run.
Kyle Larson a year ago watched the race from North Carolina. Today, he's a Cup Series champion.
Oh my God, guys! Yes!